years! It's preposterous! Fiona, my love, we're but a kiss away from our happily ever after. Now kiss me!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 DreamWorks villains defeats.
That's not my real toe.
For this list, we'll be looking at the DreamWorks villains we love to hate and the moments when they got their just desserts. We'll be discussing movie endings, so here's your spoiler warning. Which villain's final moments did you find the most satisfying? Tell us your favorite scenes in the comments. Number 10. The King of the Jungle pulls rank, Madagascar. When we first meet Madagascar's protagonist, Alex, he's a tame lion and proud of it.
Wild? Are you nuts? That is the worst idea I've ever heard.
He considers himself a New Yorker, prefers his food delivered via zookeeper, and in some circles, his best friends would be considered prey. However, out in the wild, everything is different. At the top of the food chain in Madagascar are the fossa. Unlike Alex, they make no attempt to control their natural urges and revel in terrorizing the lemur population. Alex might despise his inner predator, but it definitely comes in useful.
Alex? That's my kill!
To protect his friends, he shows off his savage side and lets the fossa know who the real king of the jungle is.
It's showtime.
Number 9. Don Lino gets caught in the whale wash, Shark Tale. Don Lino is a big fish in the South Side Reef, and no one wants to get on his bad side.
How are my little babies this morning? You miss me? You doing good?
Except apparently for Oscar. The Hawaiian cleaner wrasse makes a name for himself as the Shark Slayer after taking credit for the death of Lino's two sons, Frankie and Lenny.
Any shark try to mess around in Oscar Town, go down!
From that moment on, the mob boss is out for revenge. He becomes further enraged when he discovers that Lenny faked his own death with Oscar, and is now disguised as a dolphin.
You took Frankie away, and you turned Lenny into a dolphin! I'm gonna get you!
A thrilling chase through the reef looks like it might end in tears, but Oscar lures Lino into the whale wash, where he gets stuck fast. It's a great sequence and satisfying victory with a comic twist.
Thank you for coming to Whale Wash!
Number 8. Red Death's Final Flight, How to Train Your Dragon. The lovable Toothless proves that not all dragons are bad, but the Red Death lives up to its villainous moniker. The enormous dragon is the main cause of all ills in the Viking village of Berk. Its smaller brethren are forced to raid the village to feed Red Death's monstrous appetite and avoid becoming dragon food themselves.
Satisfying to know that all of our food has been dumped down a hole.
They're not eating any of it.
When the Vikings attack the dragon's nest, causing chaos, it's up to Toothless and Hiccup to outwit the giant reptile and save the day. What follows is an epic chase through the skies and a David and Goliath-style showdown. The villagers watch with bated breath below, and it's no less exciting for the viewers at home.
Okay, time's up. Let's see if this works.
A well-placed fireball strikes the final death knell of this explosive finale. Number 7. Zekel Khan has no proof, The Road to El Dorado. Zekel Khan, elder and high priest of the eponymous lost city, is the villain of The Road to El Dorado.
I know what you are not, and you are not gods!
He's a man of dastardly deeds, bewitching statues to chase our heroes and encouraging the practice of human sacrifices.
The beginning of a new era! The dawning of a new age! Human!
However, he comes closest to causing disaster when attempting to lead the Spanish conquistadors to the gates of El Dorado. Hernan Cortez is the real villain here, or at least the biggest threat to the Aztecs, but being a historical figure, he escapes his comeuppance. The movie deals instead with the traitorous high priest, who gets his just desserts for betraying the secrets of his city. In an atmospheric final scene, he's branded a liar by Cortez and dragged off into the mist.
Wait! No, wait! Wait!
Number 6. General Mandible falls to his death, Antz. The scarier the villain, the more satisfying the defeat. And Ant's antagonist, General Mandible, definitely got what was coming to him.
Sacrifice. To some, it is just a word. To others, it is a code.
The intimidating army commander sends loyal soldiers to their deaths, slanders his enemies, and attempts to destroy any ant who steps out of line. His common catchphrase is "for the good of the colony," but in reality, his actions benefit no one but himself.
It's for the good of the colony.
When his second-in-command fully stands up to the tyrannical general, Mandible's downfall is swift and sudden. Lunging for his wayward colonel, he misses and falls to his death.
I am the colony!
Oh, look out!
It's an inglorious end to one of DreamWorks' most effective villains. Number 5. All that was left was her wand, Shrek 2. Shrek movies love to turn fairy tale tropes on their heads, and the villain of the second movie is a prime example.
For he was the bravest and most handsome in all the land.
Prince Charming's doting mother may look like a sweet old lady, but she'll do anything to put her darling boy on the throne. With a little bit of manipulation and a dash of blackmail, the fairy godmother has everyone just where she wants them.
If you really love her, you'll let her go.
But it's never sensible to underestimate your opponents. Shrek comes back for Fiona, the fairy tale creatures help him out, and King Harold finally makes a stand for the sake of his daughter.
Well, I guess I gave her the wrong tea.
The fairy godmother is defeated by the king's sacrifice and her own rebounding spell. She really did bring it on herself. Number 4. Ginger vs. Mrs. Tweedy, Chicken Run. The stakes are high for our heroes in this DreamWorks collaboration with Aardman Animations.
No more wasting time with petty egg collection and minuscule profits.
If the titular chickens don't find a way to escape their life on Tweedy's farm, they're fated to become pie filling.
I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy.
Farmer's wife, Mrs. Tweedy, is a deliciously evil villain, but plucky protagonist Ginger is ready to take her on. In a terrifying final face-off, Mrs. Tweedy does all she can to bring the escapees back down to Earth. The enraged villainess clings to the crate, wielding an axe. However, Ginger holds her nerve and keeps her head, while Mrs. Tweedy brings about her own downfall. For a bit of extra poetic justice, she drops headfirst into the pie-making machine. The chickens definitely won this one. Number 3. Spirit versus the Colonel, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. We love to see an underdog triumph, and Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron gives us multiple moments to cheer at.
Sometimes a horse has gotta do what a horse has gotta do.
The wild stallion faces each new trial with fierce determination and the unconquerable spirit that is his namesake. The very best moments arise when our hero faces up against his arch nemesis, the Colonel.
You see, gentlemen, any horse can be broken.
The scene in the corral is perfection. For a moment, we think all is lost, but Spirit refuses to be broken. However, the Colonel won't let him go that easily. Their battle of wills comes to a head at the Grand Canyon. When Spirit makes a death-defying leap of faith, his enemy decides to bow out, conceding defeat to a worthy adversary. That nod is everything. Number 2. The Red Sea crashes down, the Prince of Egypt. Is there a more stunning and cinematic finale in the DreamWorks canon than the image of the Red Sea crashing down on the Pharaoh and his soldiers?
Don't just stand there and kill them! Kill them all!
The angel of death has already come for the firstborn Egyptian children, and the Hebrew slaves finally have their freedom. They begin to make their long journey out of Egypt, but then the Pharaoh has a change of heart. Time is of the essence as the Red Sea parts and Moses leads his people along the riverbed. The Egyptians give chase and are swept away by the waves. Ramesses may survive, but his defeat is total and all-encompassing. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Megamind defeats Titan. Megamind, the self-proclaimed supervillain, is the hero in this fight.
Thing about bad guys, they always lose!
Turbo crosses the finish line. Turbo, getting outraced by a snail must really hurt. Skadoosh, Kung Fu Panda. Po deploys his winning move.
Shifu didn't teach you that.
Nope. I figured it out. Skadoosh.
Eris's plan fails. Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. Sinbad passes the test and proves the goddess wrong.
Well, well, well. This has got to be a little embarrassing for you, Eris.
Don't push your luck, Sinbad.
Victor gets dumped. Wallace and Gromit, the curse of the were-rabbit. Lady Toddington gives Victor what for.
No one beats Victor Quatermain!
Is that so? Consider yourself dumped. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Lord Farquaad becomes lunch. Shrek. OG Shrek villain Lord Farquaad is a nasty piece of work. When we first meet the little lord from Duloc, he's busy torturing the gingerbread man.
Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man!
He becomes increasingly unpleasant as the story progresses. It was bad enough when he was mocking Shrek for his ogreish ways and laying claim to Fiona without putting in any effort.
That is so sweet. You don't have to waste good manners on the ogre. It's not like it has feelings.
But by the time he's ordering the death of both our heroes, we're well and truly ready to see him go. To give us that satisfaction, in bursts Donkey and the Dragon, and they really know how to make an entrance. The dragon deals with Farquaad with very little ceremony, and we're left to see our story through to its happy ending.
Celebrity marriages, they never last, do they?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.